everyone, and welcome back to Skyward Sword with Chaos Counseling.
Hi, gang!
Yeah, well, there won't be any more, What's it called? Well, I beat my Zelda game first, is what I'm trying to say, so I won't be concurrently playing
There's a stream!
Zelda alongside us and plays, so the time of the great Zelda-ing has officially come to sort of an end, at least an end of, yeah. I think you get the bad joke I'm making.
Oh, shit.
Oh, right, those things only last so long, right?
Yeah. This guy.
Surf's up, dude. Actually, I saw... So, someone shared a picture of... It was like a gap in piping on the wall. So someone took the... just painted on the wall where the gap was, showing Mario holding like a turtle shell, and then 3 of the Ninja Turtles chasing after him.
Bless.
Like, alright, that's funny. Come on, beaches don't wait.
You're right. Oh my goodness. Here we go.
Does this thing slow down when you do take a downward view like that? Because it feels like it slows down.
A little bit, I think, but I think it's to keep you oriented.
No, I mean, that's not a complaint. It's more just a question on game mechanics, you know?
Yeah, that's probably just we're gonna move forward.
Onwards and upwards.
Don't drown, Link.
That's a very painful way to die. You know, just thinking about it, you know, I go on and on. Well, then again, Ocarina of Time is one of the Zelda games that has underwater gear, if you know what I mean. Or not Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess. It's like, again, just thinking about edgelord at like the LARP parks, they're always going on about all the different ways they've died, and they'll often list drowning as one of their least favorite. But I managed to avoid drowning at all in Zelda, so edgelord did not have to suffer that fate in this playthrough.
Good for him.
Them.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye, bitch. Oh, that's a deep cavern shit. Okay. Doesn't have a minecart. This does. Is there any other? Oh, there's something up there. Go over there, Buggy. Whee. So, I think the interesting thing is that's the complete Hylian symbol, right?
Yeah.
It's only in the Temple of Time.
Didn't we see that? Didn't we see the complete symbol though in the shrines after we beat?
No, we only see the bottom without the Triforce.
Are you sure? Because I remember seeing it.
I'm pretty sure.
Because I remember I pointed it out when we beat
maybe.
one of the dungeons. I'm like, hey, wait, look, it's got the Triforce there.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, again, as we've kind of talked about, the mythology of the 3 goddesses has gotten a little, I don't want to say, like, removed or whatnot since the introduction of Hylia to the franchise, but
It has gotten kerfuffled.
I have noticed they don't get mentioned as much anymore. And there's much less of an emphasis on them. Which is kind of interesting, because, like, the final shot of Twilight Princess is of the 3 goddess statue that was...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I can hit this.
Which makes me wonder, like, what was that supposed to symbolize?
Oh, I know what I need. Okay, I think I know what I need.
Because it's like, again, besides just the atypical, oh, actually, I don't even know Wait, outside of, you know, Link having this Triforce symbol when he's turned into a wolf, they don't outright acknowledge that Link has the Triforce of Courage or Zelda has the Triforce of Wisdom in Twilight.
No, not outright.
Honestly, I don't think it outright needs to be, because I think most people who are fans of Zelda get it, and people who aren't familiar don't strictly need to know that tidbit, if you know what I mean.
God, I saw.
But, because yeah, the goddesses were like not mentioned, I don't think, outside of very. Oh no, wait, no, the goddesses were mentioned when we got kind of a quick fire version of the creation myth that was shared in
Minerva Shrine.
yeah. But even then, it was a quick fire version compared to what it was in Ocarina, because the point and purpose of it there was to establish what about the sorcerers of the Twilight Realm and them being cast. Can you hit that up there?
I think I can.
And about why they were cast into the realm of Twilight. I really want to believe that Link does somehow find a way to get to the Twilight Realm and live out the rest of his life.
There's plenty of fan art.
Oh, I have some of that fan art on my phone, so I'm very aware.
Oh.
Can only have one active. Interesting.
On the outs. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Well, it looks like you only have one active period. Which I guess makes some sense.
It's puzzle.
Yeah. Because, yeah, I do want to be clear, like, Ocarina of Time arguably has the saddest implications with its ending. But Twilight Princess, to me, like, there's a reason why I didn't beat that game till I was a lot older, personally, because I saw my brother do it, and I couldn't sit through that ending again.
Right.
Because, again, Ocarina of Time has much sadder implications, and even Majora's Mask and Link's Awakening does too. But
I am very curious. Nope.
But again, with Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, you really have to stop and think about the implications for the world and the hero for it to truly bum you out. Whereas Twilight Princess is just like, fuck you.
Very, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, it's funny. I initially thought that Wind Waker was a needlessly sad ending because I'm like, why is Link leaving his family? And I mean, it was one of those things that people point out. I'm like, Link wasn't leaving his family. He was going to find a new land that everyone could call home. So, unlike some other Zelda games, the intention was always for him to come back. And you see that does actually happen.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was just being melodramatic as a kid. Oh.
Rude.
It's like, ages and seasons, yeah, if you beat both games, Link does leave, but he wasn't from those lands anyway. He's going home. So, all's well that ends well, I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, and plus, since the implication I kind of got, given that it's the same Link from Ages and Seasons to Awakening, you know, was meant to be that this Link, well, he's the hero. He has a much more normal life with him not constantly having to do heroics, you know?
Oh no, he is so scared of it.
Like I said, that's the implication I got from that.
I got you, Robot Man. Oh, hi, there's two.
Who invited both of you?
Buggers.
That is a interesting mechanic.
Hey,
of
buddy.
being like,
You
you guys only have a certain radius to exist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was scary, Verm. Thanks for helping me. Psst. This is the Temple of Time. Within it is the sacred gate of time, made by the goddess. Psst.
I think the interesting implication from this game is Hylia wasn't technically a goddess.
Yeah.
She was just like
A warrior queen or something.
a demi-human almost, in a
Yeah.
sense. Like, you know, there are the gods, and then there are gods.
It's my job to patrol outside the temple, Verm. If you want to reach the gate of time, you will need to pass through that door. Zap.
Okay. Yes, we are past the I can't pronounce the name. I said it.
Oh, the first forest temple? Yeah.
No, I meant the person.
Oh. Well, that's a bad angle for me to look at it. I'm gonna call you Kobe.
Yeah. Yes.
You
We
need
have
another way-
defeated the pyro spider, yes.
Yeah.
You need another way in, Fweep?
Weep indeed.
Well, the Nehru mining facility and the Temple of Time are connected underground.
Oh, really?
The Nehru mining facility is right there, here.
But yes, we are in the third area.
This map, it looks inaccurate, but I'm gonna fix it for you.
Honey, no, that's called the past. Stop. Wait. Oh, you didn't fix it? Oh, there you go. Oh, sir, I needed the sand. Thank you.
Mhm.
The Nehru mining facility is just ahead. Good luck, Vert.
But yeah, that is an interesting but like horrifying thought to be like, I only have a radius that I can exist, if you know what I mean.
I mean, time. They don't have no clue. They were dead. We just basically opened a portal to the time that they were alive.
But I meant like when you threw the bokoblins outside.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of fucky, but if anything, that just, while their skeletons are there, they just got pushed out of a radius and are totally fine back
I
in their
report,
time period.
Master Senpai. The map you possess corresponds to the actual terrain of the area with only 35% accuracy. The robot you met earlier modified your map of the prick to show past terrain that's now submerged beneath the sink sand.
Thanks.
I figured you're stupid as fuck, so I'd spell it out for you.
Thanks.
Actually, speaking of Temple of Time, something that I noticed in this last playthrough with Twilight Princess with Edgelord, the top part of Hyrule Castle, where you actually fight Ganondorf in, it looks like the Temple of Time from Ocarina. Like, the architecture is almost identical, at least the exterior of it.
Right.
So I'm like, what does that mean? Again, I know some people
Hyrule
are like,
family
oh.
just having connections to that faith and all that.
And again, I know some people like the timeline doesn't matter because the franchise didn't originally meant to be continuous, but I'm like, they wouldn't have gone through the effort to put out a timeline if they didn't want theory crafters to think about it, you know?
And theorizing about it's fun.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Bud. Seems like you pop up everywhere, though I am one to talk. Anyway, Bud, there is something I'm dying to tell you. It is the discovery of the century.
Is it though?
This is a sacred place known as the Temple of Time.
I already knew that.
I could not believe my eyes when I saw a human who lives on the legendary Isle of the Goddess. It wore clothes just like the ones written about in the ancient manuscripts, and it looks just like you, Bud.
How is it new, just like me, when this outfit was only made last week?
I think he's referring to Zelda and the white garb. It came
Alright,
with
fine.
another person, and they entered the temple. I wanted to chase after them.
Okay, yeah, he's referring to Zelda.
But then there was an explosion all of a sudden, and the entrance... Well, you can see for yourself, Bud. I do not think we are getting past this mess. I just wish we could find out what is happening on the other side.
Hello from the other side.
How dare you?
What?
How dare you?
What? What's wrong with that song? There's nothing wrong with that song.
Move a little bit. And then we hit this thing. And then whoa, whoa. Thanks,
Honey,
gyro.
are you drunk?
No, the gyro is. Weep. Okay,
Beep, beep. I'm a sheep.
get in. Here we go.
Flies up in the sky and it knocks Garus off his loft plane.
Okay, I think I need their bomb. No.
It is, just the more I sit
Oh
on
no,
it,
I can just. Okay.
so interesting that this is the only 3D Zelda game that I can think of that brings in the minecart mechanics of 2D games, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Is there any reason for me to go over there? No.
I imagine that's just a, hey, if you need to head back, here's a quick way to do so.
Yeah. Probably. Oh, bird. Bird must die. High enough, he doesn't bother you.
What, you didn't want to try to kamikaze that thing into the bird?
No, because that's how they started flying around and being a bitch last time. There we go. it's already something in my book.
Dang, kicksand.
Sink sand, excuse you.
Dang you kids.
Okay.
You kids today with your sink sand and your dehydration and your heat exhaustion and actually I joke, but some of the old
What?
Fine, now is not the time for this. Master Senpai, I'm trying to get you to
Right.
ground.
No, I remember what's going on.
I can confirm that you will not be consumed by the sink sand in the current position. I suggest verifying your location on the map.
There's roads.
Reading indicate that there's a submerged path beneath the sink sand. It is possible to walk along a route above this path without submerging completely into the sink sand. Simulation suggests this placing beacons to mark a safe route along this path before proceeding would significantly reduce risk. I recommend placing multiple beacons.
Yeah, I only have one. Oh, thank you. That is glorious, actually. Let's place one there and one there.
Yeah, just the more I mean, yes, I'm purposely giving Fi a stupid voice. But just the more I sit on it, the less and less I like Fi just because of her techno jargon speech, you know?
Yeah. It's like, I get what they were doing is it's like, this is,
she's a construct.
she's a construct, and also anytime we've dealt with, like, the past, we've usually had advanced stuff, so it's like, it makes sense. But it's very much like a...
There's a right way to do... The problem is, I just don't find Fi an endearing character.
Yeah.
And, yes, I will be the first to admit, that probably boils down to the fact that she's the companion character who was the unfortunate one to follow up Minna.
Oh, absolutely.
And as everybody who knows anything knows, Minna is the best companion character in the whole franchise. Hands down. Like, I know that she gets memed upon, but I think the only other companion who gets close to having the same emotions is, oddly enough, Navi.
I think Tattle has some good ones.
True. It's just, to me,
I prefer
at the very
Tattle over
least-
Navi.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I actually...
And that's just because it's... A bratty personality is a bit better than just... I help.
It's just, to me, I never... Tattle, to me, always felt like she was just along for the ride, if that makes sense. So I never bought into a connection between Link and Tattle. Again, feel free to disagree, but that's just the vibe I always got from Tattle, was that she wasn't a partner. She was just... Again, I mean, I just said it. She wasn't your partner. She was just along for the ride.
Yeah. I mean, it's... For me... The fact that Tattle was so against you was very fascinating. And that it was, she had a growth. She had just as much of an arc as everyone else. Navi didn't have an arc, really. Like, there's one, you could argue there is one there, but...
I think the problem with Tattle...
Oh yeah, you can get up here.
I think the problem with Tattle for me, again, is just that... Well, I don't disagree with anything you said. Just because she ends up filling the same role mechanically as as Navi. I just never... Again, that's just another reason why she just felt like she was along for the ride and was not a fleshed out character. Yeah, and I mean, again, I don't disagree that she does have a more defined arc than Navi. Again, that's just the impression I always got from her.
Now come here, bitch.
Let me think, because, like, I don't think there are really any companions in the 2D Zelda games that I can think of. Because...
What? Oh.
What the...
This month's shipping quota, 150 containers.
Oh, interesting.
Good for them.
Because, like, there isn't one in the first two games. I haven't played A Link to the Past, so I can't comment on that one.
Don't think there's a reason for me to be here right now.
No. Let's see, A Link to the Past. Yeah, Awakening. I guess the closest you could get is Marin or Marin, or however you say her name. But she's not... She more just travels with you every once in a while, you know, rather than being a constant companion.
Yeah.
Like, for me, the definition of a constant companion is someone who's with you from practically the start of the journey and has the ability to interact with you on the regular, you know? That's why I do still count the King of the Red Lions as a companion character, because
There's so many of these.
Yep. Because of Tetra's stone that she gave you, he is able to chime in like Navi does, you know?
Right.
So, yeah, for that reason, I do consider King of the Red Lions to be a companion. Or to be in the same category as, like, Minna and Navi and such.
Right.
I'm trying to decide then if there is a companion character in Breath of the Wild. Because sure, Zelda does chime in with dialogue.
I don't think there's a constant companion in Breath of the
So
Wild.
for the way that I kind of set my criteria, I don't think there is one. I know that it seemed like they were setting up the king as a companion, but he's only really there at the very beginning to help in the tutorial area.
I am going to go back here. I'm kind of wandering too much.
I'm actually surprised they don't have... Just again, the more I think about it, they don't have a Navi or a Fi or a Minna-esque character. Well, more a Navi-esque character in Breath of the Wild, since given that Link doesn't talk, you think a character like that would be very useful in an open-world sandbox game where there'd be plenty of role-play and stuff, you know?
Right. Okay, maybe... Oops, I didn't mean to put one down.
I'm just trying to remember...
Okay. Maybe we will go this way.
I guess your companion is technically the Sheikah Slate. It's just...
I mean, technically.
Yeah. Or the scientist girl is kind of there a lot.
Oh, wait. One's up there. Yep.
But yeah.
Go.
Again, I know I'm probably going to come across as a Zelda gatekeeper, Zelda purist, or whatever, who just can't accept anything new, but like, I am genuinely disappointed that we have gotten away from a number of these staples of the franchise in Breath of the Wild and whatnot.
There's one there.
Actually, speaking of companion characters, I wonder if the upcoming Zelda game
Yeah.
is going to have a companion character.
Yeah, it has the try thing.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, you're having a moment, bud.
Again, I actually appreciate the fact that,
Don't mind me things.
especially given that they're just using this. I mean, okay, yes, it's not like a big budget like Breath of the Wild or whatnot. I mean, okay, this is still big budget. I meant, like, I guess I should say, like, top of the line graphics for the time, if you know what I mean. They're just doing the graphics they invented for Link's Awakening, you know?
Yeah.
But I still appreciate that, again, from a naming convention standpoint, this is a mainline Zelda game.
Yeah.
You know? Now, whether or not it's going to be counted as part of the main story timeline depends, but
I mean,
I haven't heard them update the timeline officially since
Breath of the Wild.
before Breath of the Wild.
I don't think they're going to. They've
No.
always hated the timeline. They only released it because the fans wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like, look, I love the Zelda timeline idea, and I subscribe to it,
Mm-hmm.
but Nintendo is being a little bitchy about it.
Yeah. I don't know. At the same time, I'm like, they wouldn't do deliberate callbacks to Ocarina of Time in both Twilight and Wind Waker if it's like you like the timeline to some extent, you know.
They like Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, Ocarina of Time is the most important Zelda game in my
Yeah.
humble, you know.
Why else would they
Yep.
not like they have to call back.
And I mean, yes, technically, I mean, yeah, the argument can be made, isn't the first Zelda game the most important because it was the one that started the franchise? I'm like, okay, that is a bit of a pedantic argument, because while that is true, it's not the game that most people, when they think Zelda, it's not the game that, you know, people think of, you know? And it's not the one that did all the things that made the series have longevity, you know?
Yeah.
Plus, on top of that, I'm like, Ocarina of Time was probably one of the first, if not the very first third-person 3D adventure game.
Come at me,
And
bud.
quite frankly, most every, you know, 3D adventure game would try to emulate it in some fashion. Again, it's Mario 64 and Ocarina, or Mario 64, yeah, and Ocarina of Time. It's like, those two games need to be preserved as they were originally, you know?
Oh, and I'm back at the entrance, okay.
Just due to the simple fact that these games revolutionized an industry, so we need to be able to appreciate them as they were. Now, that's not to say that remakes or graphical updates are unwelcome, you know? Just as long as you make the original available too. Basically what I'm saying is don't do a George Lucas. We can have new, but also make sure the old is available for appreciation.
Okay, bye. We're just gonna go for it. Monthly Temple of Time cleaning assignments.
I love the fact that despite it always being a place of worship, there probably was a time before it had like all this extra, you know, active magic going on in it that it's like, well, yeah, we have to assign cleaners to it, you know?
It's also just a respect thing. Plants are what? Plants are drying out, Vert. Let's keep Lineru green. Ooh. Ooh.
Ow.
Ooh.
It's like the Temple of Time in particular is one of those things that I'm like, it's never even remotely in the same place twice, I feel, you know?
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm going to look that up, because I want to say I don't think its first appearance was an Ocarina of Time. Its most iconic well, again, if something was an Ocarina of Time, then that was its most iconic. But let's just be real about that.
Don't mind me, Crabby. That's okay, man.
Okay, Temple of Time. What games does it appear in? Oh! Ocarina of Time was its first appearance.
Yeah.
And I could have sworn, I'm like, oh, it maybe appeared in an earlier game, you know? But no, it really has just... Actually,
Oh yeah, they're eggies.
oh yeah, they didn't actually work the Temple of Time in some capacity in Wind Waker. But yeah. Again, I'm also going to look at the Master Sword real quick.
Okay.
Because, like, for example, I know for a fact the Master Sword was not in the other games. I mean, yeah, you're not Hyrule Blood Tracks, but even in, say, Ages and Seasons, which, yes, you're also not in Hyrule, but the Master Sword is present in the game, but it's not given all that much fanfare or attention, if you know what I mean.
Right.
It's just the Master Sword is something you can get if you play the Link like if you play through Ages and then port your file over to Seasons. A Link to the Past is the first appearance of the Master Sword.
Link.
Because, yeah, the Master Sword...
Thank you.
Because apparently... Oh, okay. There was an anniversary edition of the first Four Swords game that was released on the GBA. That version of Four Swords featured the Master Sword.
Oh, okay.
Even though the Master Sword was not present in the original Four Swords or Four Swords Adventure games. Honestly, I kind of love the fact that the Zelda franchise is so diverse that something like Four Swords with a gimmick as arguably silly as the Four Sword is just something that can be part of the Zelda timeline, you know?
Not what I wanted.
Now, it's kind of nice to see bombs can be something that the enemies can drop that you can pick up. Because that's not something that they do in Twilight Princess at all. Then again, I don't remember.
Oh, I know where I want you to go. Come here, buddy. We're going.
Working in construction, I've seen people nearly get smothered several times, so that is not something I like seeing.
You start moving, that's fine. That's also a thing I can have done. Oh yeah, that wouldn't have helped. The other idea I had.
It's fine. It's fine.
Wonderful.
Yes, I am. Thank you, honey.
Oh, you're welcome.
What's your favorite kind of choo-choo, just out of curiosity?
Wind Waker.
Same. That's the most personality I feel the choo-choos have ever had, since I feel almost every other choo-choo design that I can think of is just generic slime fodder, you know?
Yeah, I think the second favorite is Twilight Princess, funny enough, and that's just because they are just blobs.
I don't remember the choo-choos in Twilight Princess.
You ran into them, in Hyrule, like the bridge area.
Oh, the ones that would drop, if you killed the red one, it would drop a potion. You killed the yellow one, it would drop lantern oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Those are in those. Yeah, I like that. Oh no, I forgot those were choo-choos. I like Majora's Mask's ones better.
Oh, those things terrify me.
Again, my favorite is still Ocarina or Wind Waker because of
Oh god.
their unique design, you know? As well as just the personality of those high-pitched voices and whatnot, but still. Yeah, the choo-choos first.
Oh right. Okay, hold on. I need you to go get me something. Go get it. Fetch.
Yeah, Majora's Mask was the first appearance of choo-choos.
Yeah, zappy zap all you want, you little baby.
I love the fact that, so I quickly looked up Rito. I was kind of curious, like, is there a formal explanation as to why the Ritos and the Zora are able to exist concurrently, you know? And one was, oh, the Rito are a reoccurring race in Zelda. Like, they've technically appeared twice. 3 times if you count. Well, okay, 3 times. Since Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild are separate games, but I'm like, it's set the exact same time period.
I always get excited that's something else, and then it lies to me.
Yeah. So, actually, just speaking of Doritos, which design of Doritos do you prefer? Let's read dialogue.
You look kind of suspicious, Verm.
Call me a vermin?
Don't let me catch you fiddling with this device. Psst.
I'm fiddling with this device.
Yep. But do you have which of the 2 designs of Doritos do you prefer? The more bird-like or the more humanoid-like?
There we go. I prefer, the ones in Wind Waker, the more human-y ones.
Okay. I definitely think, in terms of like the characters in the game, I definitely prefer Dorito and Wind Waker.
I messed with this device.
Ah, what are you doing, Vert? Still, you'll never get it open just fiddling with the dials. Psst.
Sure, buddy, bye. How'd you get over here, little guy? There's a chasm. And this block was not put down earlier.
But then again, I also tend to prefer animalistic anthropomorphized characters. So, I forget if I've asked you this, but you know, out of all of the races in the Zelda franchise, which one's your favorite?
Zora.
Okay. And for the record, I also
Followed very closely by Rito.
Okay. And yeah, I also consider
okay, what the fuck am I doing?
the what are they called? The little bone people in Inca Canyon. Thanks to
I should go back there.
Thanks to Icona Canyon, I also count them as a race.
Oh, the Inca people? The Icona people?
Mm-hmm.
The skeletons or the Poes?
The skeletons.
Those are both Icona.
Oh.
At least, like, you know, there's the brothers.
Right. So it was kind of funny. I found like a fan, or maybe we found it together. I don't remember the timeline of this discovery of a Zelda TTRPG that featured like it had such a random selection of races in it. Because I think it featured like it didn't have the Icona, but I think it featured the Gauros as a playable race from Majora's Mask. It featured the little Toki creatures from Ages that it just lived on that one island, and it featured the Sabrosians.
Right.
From
Seasons.
Seasons.
Or Seasons, yeah.
Actually, want to hear something really funny that I was convinced about?
What?
So in Seasons, you can get a ring that'll turn like there are a couple rings that change your physical appearance, turn you into a like and Octorok, etc. These rings are completely pointless.
Right.
Because you can't attack, enemies still hurt you, blah 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 blah.
Avoid workplace accidents, Verm. Safety first, Zerd.
But in Seasons, you can get a ring that can turn you into a Sabrosian. So I was convinced, I'm like, okay, because a ring like that exists in Seasons, ergo a ring that'll turn you into a Toki must exist in Ages. But that's not the case.
Aw.
Because
I meant to do that.
I remember, like, I've never been as big in the role-playing in my games, especially in a game like Zelda where Link has more of a defined character than your atypical blank slate. Or, like, say, take something like the Warden from Dragon Age. They're not a blank slate, but they're designed to be a lot more personal, if you know what I mean.
Right.
But Ages and Seasons, mostly because it was a handheld that I could take anywhere, I did a lot more role-playing in it, you know, and I used the transformation rings for that. Well, one thing that I was actually rather fond of doing was in Seasons, and like, so Sunshine and our older brother, they played Seasons and then ported their file over to Ages, where I did Ages to Seasons. And it was partially because of the Subrotion, you know? Because I thought, oh, I've got a whole extra world I can explore, pop this ring on, and then now I could roleplay as one of them as well as being Link, you know what I mean? I definitely wouldn't mind a TTRPG set in the Zelda universe, you know?
Yeah.
Because it has plenty to offer, you know?
Yeah, go off, buddy. Go shocky shocky. Thank you. Ugh. Go shocky shocky. Ah. Link. Oh, Link. There you go, buddy.
Success. You've doomed that poor thing to eternal servitude as a battery.
Yep. Fuck it.
Just as long as you're okay with your decisions.
Yep. Fuck it.
Oh. So just also thinking about other Zelda games, and I don't remember if we mentioned on stream, but the original trailer for Wind Waker, at least the American one, was really misleading, and a lot of people actually felt it would have been a better trailer for Twilight Princess.
Mm-hmm.
But amusingly, speaking of misleading trailers, the original trailers for Ages and Seasons just used Link's design from Ocarina of Time. And hell,
This might get me killed,
but even actually had him use the Master Sword, which wasn't all that significant in Ages and Seasons, as I mentioned before.
right.
But, again, just kind of going to show.
Oh, very much gonna get me killed.
Yep, almost did. Yeah, just also mentioning the changing in expectations, or how trailers are not always the most reliable, especially back during the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance days, you know?
Yeah.
Because I will always bring up the original the first Fire Emblem game that was released in America. Its trailer was total ass. And it completely misrepresented what Fire Emblem was.
See, he's fine. He came back out.
You know, also just talking about me being because I mentioned earlier, I'm like, I don't want to be called a purist asshole when it comes to Zelda. I'm like, I also need to be careful to not make sure I don't get myself called a purist asshole with Fire Emblem, you know? Because, just for example, I've been seeing a lot of stuff all over the place talking about how this is why Fire Emblem Three Houses is good, and this is why Fire Emblem Engage failed, you know? For the record, I do agree with most of the criticisms. I really need to put that out there. I honestly would rather play Fire Emblem Engage than Three Houses any day. Engage gave me a lot more what I wanted from a Fire Emblem game than Three Houses did. With the exception of good character. Three Houses wins hands down on that front. Ooh, excuse me.
You're
I like being squeezed.
good for you, buddy.
Freshly squeezed orange juice.
Calm down. Okay.
Now we look inward for self-reflection, discovery, and churros.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Did you know that you can find churros inside your soul?
No, because I don't like churros.
Oh, that's fair. I don't like churros either. I like preparing them even less. And whatever we made, they eventually just stopped having us make churros at the hospital I worked at because...
Damn it, Bert.
What's the word?
You are gross. Please come here and drop your things on these. You're useless. Wrong. Oh, wait. Why didn't I get that?
My brain's failing again.
Oh, no. You should go grab snacks. There's goldfish all the time. It'll help you waken up your brain. Get some snackage in there.
That's why I drank the caffeine.
I don't know if caffeine works for you anymore. Yeah, you guys live down there. Oh, there's a treasure. I'm getting it. Yep. Get it, Link. I can't remember why. I just seem to remember tumbleweeds were something I had to go back and hunt down for upgrading some shit. So I'm like really conscious of them.
That's fair.
Oh, a chair to sit. Good. Hello, sir.
You are not in my memory banks, Bert. This is the power generator for the mechanism that opens the entrance to the Nehru mining facility, Zerp. But it won't budge until you activate the remote power nodes and set those 3 dials to access them correctly.
Okay. Oh, hi.
Swallowing. Okay, reading things indicate the materials used to construct the generator are also present in this area. You can now use your dowsing ability to locate them.
Cool, I needed the third one.
You know, I think the dowsing ability... Like, one of my biggest complaints with some games is when they bring back... Or when there's a sequel that's eerily similar to the previous game, bringing back mechanics that worked well in the previous game, just because they were popular but not doing a good job of keeping them around. I think dowsing is actually a decent way of bringing back the concept of the scents from Twilight Princess.
Oh.
But in a way that's good. And works well for this game, you know?
I kind of wish they'd bring them back just because, having those, a way to be kind of almost remember what was my goal, where am I going is really nice.
Yeah, no. Because, I mean, again, maybe they're not comparable and I shouldn't compare them, but that's kind of what dowsing reminds me of conceptually, you know? Just, it's done in a slightly better way, in my humble opinion, because it can be used a bit more to...
Oh, I think that's the other note. Haha.
help you find where you're going next. Because, like, with the scents, the way it worked in, you know, Twilight Princess, you had to be in an area where the scent was present, you know?
Right.
It wasn't just strictly, I need to know where to go, I'm going to turn on my nose, and it will guide me to my destination.
I dripped my controller. Okay. Nope, nope. Fuck off, Fi. Fi is the worst.
Because I don't remember, Din's Fire wasn't, and Feora's Wind and Nairu's Love, that wasn't a thing in Majora's Mask, right?
No.
Okay, good. So about to say, if they brought that mechanic back, just because it was in Twilight Ocarina of Time, it would have been kind of dumb, since well, you're not in the land of Hyrule, so... Realistically, those powers don't exist here. They don't, so I don't need to, you know, wet my panties. But
Shut up, bird. I remember how that puzzle works. Okay.
Master Senpai, all 3 remote power nodes have been activated. Please make sure your way to the power generator in front of Iruna's mining facility.
Okay.
Hold on.
No. Yes, bird. I know you're there, bird. Fuck off, bird. Awaken. Okay.
You
Now,
should
I remember right.
awaken.
Okay. I need... Okay. Okay, water first. So that was over here. Fire next. Here. No. No, wait. There we go. Yay! I remembered this puzzle.
You long.
What?
Hmm?
What?
You lunkhead.
I did. I solved it though. How am I a lunkhead?
Nothing. Just
You just wording.
Yeah, you kept saying Link, and I'm like, Lunk.
Villanero mining facility. Hooray!
So, Cyanide and Happiness has a Zelda parody called the Legend. I think that it's called like the Adventures of Lunk or whatnot.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're that great as a whole. Especially since part of the jokes revolve around Lunk just being a big, tall, dumb Lunk, you know? And like, it's not really what Link is. Yeah, he's the strong, silent type, but he's not strictly stupid, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's this one of the skits, like, Lunk wakes up, he pours breakfast, and then, like, the villain steals his... It's like, I'll steal his, breakfast that makes him so powerful, starts eating it, and then he's like, what the? I feel weird. You stole Lunk's cereal. We lace it with tranquilizers in order to keep it. And it turns out that people of Hyrule lace Lunk, or, whatever the parody name is, it with sedatives and tranquilizers to keep him from obtaining his full power.
Jeez.
So because they take it, he, like, grows to giant size, splits the world in open, and starts eating the Earth's core like a breakfast cereal.
What the hell?
Like, that's not funny per se, but it's just so random that it's like, I kind of have to enjoy it a little bit just because it's so bizarrely memorable, you know?
Yeah. Sorry, there's somewhere we haven't explored. Knowing Zelda. There's a piece of hard cat away. Yeah, hi. Okay. I need
You need a bomb?
a bomb.
I heard the D&D movie bombed. Want me to go get that?
I still need to watch it.
Yeah, we don't own the D&D movie, but I do own the Blue Beetle movie that sadly bombed, even though it was pretty good.
Luke is trying to feed me snacks because, I need both hands. It's funny.
I'm basically just shoving crackers in her face.
I just want a bomb. Okay, fine. There's a bomb all the way over there. Oh, wait. No, Fi. Shut up. I'm a dingus. I can walk over there.
Piss off.
Yeah. Explode. Thank you. Hello, Chew, you bitch.
You know, chews are one of those enemies that anytime we talk about it, I'm like, I need to be very careful who I talk about it with and, you know, how I pronounce it, because I don't want to accidentally have it sound like I'm saying a slur or something, you know? So, speaking of possibly offensive things, when me and my older siblings were working at Target on the night shift, my brother won an award for like outstanding employee. Like, I don't remember if it was like employee of the month or employee of the year. I want to say it was employee of the year or something, because they made like a plaque for him to take home.
Mm-hmm.
But because of just, I don't know, how they format or how they size the letters, there was only room for his first name and 3 initials of our last name.
Savage.
Yeah, so the plaque that he got said Seth Chew. And a lot of people and his coworkers like, are you Chinese or something? He's like, no, it's just, they only put the first 3 letters of my last name.
Before we enter the temple, I'm gonna go back to the sky in a second.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, piss.
Yes, Link probably did piss himself as he died.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna go back for a second just to go get, like, piece of heart and chest and shit. Go buy heart metal, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I remember the next dungeon, it might... No, is it this one? No, I don't think it is. Whoa.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, what we gonna do?
I don't know. Why are you knowing?
I don't know, I thought we were worried about something.
Oh. Nope.
Yeah. The thing you warned me about yesterday, honey, is happening. You warned me, so Abby and well, so I'm sure I've brought it up enough at this point. I work construction. At least I've been working construction for the last year. So any long-time returning fans who haven't been for a while, I'm like, no, I don't work in culinary anymore. And my hands have just been drying out and callousing to high heaven and back. Well, recently one of those spas have opened up that you can stick your feet or your hands in a tank of water and the little fish will come up and eat all the dead skin off your hands and feet. So Abby and we tried that out yesterday, but Abby warned me that they needed a phone number to register our appointment. She's like, you're probably going to get spammed by them. Be ready. And I'm getting kind of spammed by them with offers of, as well as a, hey, would you consider recommending us? That sort of thing.
I've done this one.
No.
Oh, I don't. No. Yep, it's okay.
So, your favorite Zelda game is Majora's Mask. Like, you've been very public about that.
Yeah.
But what's your favorite Zelda like world, like overworld to explore? You know?
Oh, I didn't need a yay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll have to go to the item check. How word this? I think my favorite is Twilight.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I weirdly do love the moody colors.
Mm-hmm.
and the world is big.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna try get it up. I'm gonna try now to dive again. Like I fucked up. What about you?
I do, despite my
Hi, gang. We're
issues with Twilight Princess as a whole, ow.
Eh.
I do admit I will always have a soft spot for. You can't open that chest yet?
Nope, it hasn't been activated.
Okay. I do have a soft spot for its open world because simply being able to ride around on your horse while fighting, that was a new concept at the time.
I was gonna whistle for my thing, game. But fine. I die.
Wind Waker definitely will always be a favorite of mine, albeit the older I've gotten, I've realized just because it's big doesn't necessarily mean that it's great, you know?
Yeah.
Because, yeah, but there's just not a lot, you can go from one side of the map to the other, but there's not always stuff to do.
Yeah. And I think that's why I prefer the Twilight Princess.
Because
While it feels big, it's not actually like...
it's not ridiculously big. So I'm thinking, because it's either... It's gonna have to either be Twilight Princesses or Seasons. Because...
You like the overworld?
Because I like the fact that, especially once you get the Rocks cape later on, there's just a lot you can do. And don't get me wrong, it's not necessarily much fun to explore because, yeah, it's open world, but those games are pretty linear if you really get down to the
Brass tacks?
brass tacks, you know. I mean, most Zelda games are pretty linear.
Yeah.
But the gimmick of just changing the seasons to explore was just kind of fun. And even then, it's kind of hard to compare a 2D Zelda game to a 3D world.
Yeah, that's what
But it's also like... I know some people like, well, what about... Why isn't Breath of the Wild your favorite? Because it's so big, you know, and it's actually built for the sake of exploring. I'm like, that's part of the reason I don't like it. Yeah, it was built for exploring, but the leveling up mechanics, in my humble opinion, really work against what makes open world games fun. And actually, it's kind of funny. I was talking to a friend of mine, I was talking to a coworker. He's about 10 years younger than me, so he's a generation behind me, so he didn't grow up with old school Zelda. I mean,
Hello?
technically, I didn't truly grow up with old school Zelda. It's not because I was talking to me, but that's what I'm looking for. He is big into open world games, you know? He really likes Grand Theft Auto. That's one of his favorites. I hate Grand Theft Auto, but that's not a discussion I'm having right now. And
I swear I got this. It's weird.
he actually went out of his way to call out my biggest complaint about Breath of the Wild, in that you have to stop what you're doing to go to one specific area to become stronger, you know? And...
I did. What? Oh, I guess there's a second one? Here. There must be. Okay.
And for that reason, it kind of, I feel that Breath of the Wild just has really bad flow in terms of being an overworld game, you know? Because you can't just go, play, have fun, do what you want. You gotta play a little, then stop and backtrack, you know?
Explode! Yay. I'm so bad at that.
What?
You're just feeding me the crackers and just like several fall to the ground. Oh, I nearly... Sorry. Feel a little bad about that now.
Out of every Zelda game, which one has your favorite items that you get to collect as a whole, you know?
Majora.
Mm-hmm. Just because the masks?
Masks.
Okay, let's put the masks aside, because the masks are the best. We're just going to talk solely like the stuff you get in the dungeons. The stuff you get in the dungeons for adding utility for puzzle solving.
Oh, ooh. Boo, that's a mean thing to ask me. What the fuck is that? I don't remember this place. Oh, shit. Link, don't be caught in someone's trap.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a later goddess chest. Hello, what is this place? Out to work for the day. Those who have business for me can find me here at night. Beetle. Oh, there, right. This is where Beetle parks.
Mm-hmm.
And then he like camps here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I see you, Beetle friend.
Because just, I think
Why are you
besides...
so high up, Beetle friend?
I think besides the Giant's mask, none of the masks, for the most part, are actually tied into the main dungeons. And
Beetle, Beetle friend. Beetle friend! Fine, fuck you. I think of the items and stuff that we collect.
Mm-hmm.
I have to go through all the games in my head.
You're good.
I think it'd have to be. Ooh. I think it'd have to be Ocarina of Time or Wind Waker, one of those two. I can't decide at the moment.
See, I definitely can agree with those two to an extent, because they have some of the less superfluous items, if you know what I mean. Because one of my biggest complaints about Twilight is the spinner and the ball and chain are only useful when the game forces you to use them. And that's the problem that I have with Ages with like the Cane of Samaria or whatever it's called.
Oh, yeah.
Because, yeah, it's nice that it can create blocks to do switch puzzles, but those aren't used as much, you know?
Yeah.
Because, so it doesn't have the utility of the Song of Emptiness does in Majora, nor the lore behind it either. Or Eloquence of Emptiness, what it's called.
Elegy of Emptiness.
That's the one. And outside of that one specific boss fight, you just have to put blocks out to force it to run into itself. It doesn't have any tactical use in the game. But yeah, for the most part, in Ocarina of Time, the least useful item you get in the dungeon, in my opinion, is the Megaton Hammer, because it's the most situationally useful. But at the same time, it can still be used against the fight with Shadow Link. You can use it against, you know, Ganon during the climax. So, like, it's not without its uses by any stretch of the imagination.
Right.
And then Wind Waker, it definitely, I kind of feel like the grappling hook, it kind of did what Twilight Princess tried to do.
Right.
That it wanted to give you a wide variety of things that could affect how you could traverse, but did a better job of keeping things less situationally useful, you know? That being said, it was the game that featured the iron boots that had the most useless iron boots. I'm going to be right back. I need to
Okay.
use the potty.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah. Yeah. This one. Upgrade, bitch. Do it. Go for it.
Okay.
Nice. Thank you. Not right now, though. Hello, madame.
Hi.
But I bet you're here just to check me out. Okay. I guess I need to use your services. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm gonna put away these to get this. There we go. Awesome. Thank you. I'm also gonna go buy something from Beetle, and then we can go back to the temple.
Now.
I have dip if you want.
Oh, we have dip?
Yeah.
Where's the dip?
In the fridge.
In the fridge?
Yeah.
Why is the dip in the fridge?
To keep it cold, dipshit.
No, I thought the whole point is so we could get sick and call out of work. How are we supposed to...
I have interviews I don't want to miss. Thank you. Grab it. Grab it. Thank you, Liam.
So, I am gonna agree with you on those two, but I'm gonna add Oracle of Seasons up there as well as a good one that's got a good spread.
I believe you, but also it's just that's I've never been that child. You know, I've never liked the 2D Zelda games as much.
I mean, that's fair, because again, I can't stand this game, and I could not stomach, I couldn't stomach Phantom Hourglass or Spirit Tracks, but you enjoy both of those. And I seem to remember Flay's mentioning in her Blossom Tales that she was kind of fond of Spirit Tracks and Phantom Hourglass too.
I think it's because those two are more 3D-ish, because they are on the 3DS. So they hold a lot more elements
No, they're on,
akin
they're
to...
on Classic DS.
Oh, my bad.
The Link Between Worlds was, I think, the only one on the 3DS.
Yeah. But it has a lot more akin to the console Zeldas that it's like it's easier for me to deal with. Because they also have 3D direction or 360 direction, while the 2Ds have 4. And I'm not that good. Okay, I forget what the heart medal does now. Because this one is the increase my hearts. I think maybe the heart medal is like, oh, the likeliness of hearts to drop, I think, is what it does. So.
But yeah, but yeah, I like Seasons better than Ages because other than the magnetic glove, I can't think of any of the items that are super duper situational, you know?
I think you also, and this is just knowing now that's like, oh, you don't really like this game due to its puzzle nature.
Yeah.
You don't like Ages because it's puzzle nature.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, since their items, the items in Ages are definitely built more with puzzles in mind. It's like the switch hook. Yeah, you get that instead of like a hook shot or something.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong, I like the switch hook, and it's used really well. But again, the Cane of Sumeria, like I brought up, I'm sure I'm saying it wrong. Well,
Sumeria.
yeah.
It's probably referencing something biblical.
Yeah. Since Sumeria, Sumeria is a place.
Oh, I was kidding. I didn't know exactly.
Oh yeah. You know the term Samaritan, like from?
Oh,
Samaria?
right.
They're from Samaria.
Huh.
Well, that's kind of what I mean. Like, I might be pronouncing it wrong because I don't know if it actually is the Cane of Sumeria or if it's another word. I just haven't played Ages in such a long time. I haven't really been able to check the spelling. I'm trying to think what else. But yeah, the switch hook, the...
Come on,
yeah, so in seasons you get a boomerang, but in ages you get the seed shooter that can bounce things off walls. Did you purposely ditch your shield?
No, I just haven't re-equipped it. It's in my bag. I just got it upgraded. No, we're doing the shieldless, baby! No, I'm not that good at Zelda. Okay, no, this isn't the level I was thinking of. I don't remember this dungeon very much. There we
I
go.
wonder what region this is supposed. I mean, probably the Gerudo Desert. It also doesn't really match up, again, if we're going to go off the timeline, with a lot of the architecture that's consistent with the Gerudo Desert, you know?
Yeah.
But-
That is another reason a lot of people kind of don't want to care. Stupid little Gomas. About the timeline is there is no consistency in regions. So, like, you can't match anything up.
Yeah, like the spirit. Like in Ocarina of Time. Actually, now that I think about it, I think the reason why Ocarina of Time is held in such high royalty for so many people, and rightfully so, is a lot of the things that are staples of Zelda really did get started in Ocarina of Time, you know? 'Cause I think I remember looking up, Gerudo's got started in Ocarina.
Oops.
Ganondorf got started in Ocarina. The definitive creation got started in Ocarina. Or
I think what it's ultimately is like I try not to look at the topography or things like that when it comes to looking at the timeline. Because for me, I rather like to look at it of when myths started.
plus, because yeah, even I could admit the problem is if you want to have these all in the same universe and you care about topography, it means you're basically going to be getting the same game on repeat to some extent. You know? So, don't get me wrong, I like the timeline, but I am grateful that they don't really care about keeping things that consistent in terms of the overall structure, you know? Because I don't just want to play the same game on repeat. Now, working in, say, callbacks and whatnot, I'm like, that's fine. Like, the whole idea that in Wind Waker, that the cursed forest is actually the dead body of the first tree, and the placement does mean that is a very real possibility.
Yeah, that's
That's
mythology for me.
Yeah.
You look at that as a mythology thing, not a topography thing.
Well, what I mean is, because a lot of people pointed out, given its placement in the Great Sea and compared to, say, Dragon Roost Island being like, they're about the same place that Zora's Domain would be. But quite frankly, if they'd, like, put the forest on, like, the opposite side of the map on the northern end, I wouldn't care as much. It's still just a fun callback,
Yeah.
regardless.
Right, these days. Okay, that needs a small key. That's locked. I'm just gonna ignore y'all.
I mean, because especially as I did observe with my playthrough of Twilight Princess, there are so many elements in it that are ripped, or at least, like, it feels like they either just directly copied or were, like, squinting an Ocarina of Time and just copied it over that way, you know? Trying too much to make it feel like a previous game, not always a good idea. Because it makes it that much harder for the individual game to stand up on its own merits.
Maybe that game will open up enemies. Right, I'm gonna get like a win thing in this dungeon. Ow.
Bone hydras.
Yeah,
Creepy.
we've seen them before.
Yeah? Word for it.
Oh.
One more.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay awake, but I also don't want to get too full for lunch with my family.
Right. Okay. That's that. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. That's blocked off. That's a bomb. You're a two. Ow. No. Okay, I need to explode those. Nice. Whoa, my son.
Just whenever...
Rude.
Disconnect?
Yeah.
That's weird. So, just whenever I hear the expression "go my son," I always end up thinking of like, oh, the like indigenous song where it's like "Go my son, go and climb a your ladder."
Yeah.
Because for whatever reason, from first grade till fourth grade, like I don't know if this is a thing that you did in your school.
Hope of America?
No.
Oh.
Although that was another place that played it a lot.
Yeah, that's where I know it from.
Yeah, but
Which they get about that's kind of fucked up.
yeah. But in my grade school, you know, there'd be a day when all the grades would do like a dance together.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I don't know
I
if
did that once.
Yeah, I don't know if
When I was
that's
in first grade.
I don't know if that's normal outside my school or if any other school districts do that. But
I know a lot of times when they have immersion courses, they do, but that's like not a for sure thing.
But for whatever reason, one grade always did a dance to that song. And looking back at it, I'm like, that's kind of not great because we're culturally appropriating.
Yep.
You know.
Welcome to
Yep.
America.
Yep. And welcome to white.
Actually, welcome to white America.
Welcome to white people. And it's like, you know, it's no wonder all my white older coworkers are so fucking stupid. It's because it's like, well, I grew up with this and it wasn't a problem. I'm like, the fact that it's not a problem is the problem, you know? It's because you were raised in a way you don't realize that this is a problem, you know? Again, they'd have to acknowledge that there was something wrong with how they were raised and how they view the world, you know?
Maybe I could have still opened
They
it.
can't have
It's not
that.
barred. Yeah, I didn't think so.
Wait, for real?
For real, what?
Zora first appeared in Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
I could have sworn that they were in an earlier game.
They were handheld. Oh, the handheld games also had the Zora, but they were, I think just considered monsters then.
Yeah. But-
Ocarina of Time was the first time we got friendly Zora?
Yeah, I did know that, but just when I looked up Zora, it doesn't list, and it lists Ocarina of Time as their first appearance.
I'm trying to think of... No, maybe... Because I don't think... No, they weren't.
Guess Ocarina of Time was also the first appearance of the...
Yeah, that I do.
I don't know. 100% sure on that one. So yeah, very much so. Ocarina of Time is the most important Zelda game because it really did everything that we associate the Zelda franchise with was established with Ocarina. So yeah, it's like we can debate what's the best Zelda game, all day, but yeah, Ocarina of Time is that. It is the important one. Again, it's kind of like how Final Fantasy VII is the most important Final Fantasy game. Even if I know many people will often say that the best one is 6, 9, or 10.
Wait, no, I have a Smoky. Oh my god. I'm losing my mind.
I love you anyway, honey.
Thank you. Hello. It is I. I've come for your temple's extended warranty.
Hello, motherfucker. Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh, right, you explode.
Oh, dear lord. Those kind of remind me of the boomer enemies from, Left 4 Dead 2.
Get away from me. Go. Climb. Thank you.
Maybe you identified as a Jew.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Just leads to death. Connors, let's go. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, Luke.
No.
Oh, there it is.
I'm a virgin.
Oh my god, shut up. How fucking dare you?
You told me not to do something, so I decided to make you suffer for using that choice of words. I think a lot of our viewers might be wondering why we're still a couple, because I think you said I hate me more on camera than anything else. Yes, but by the way, did we comment that that thing over there that you pulled the bomb off of kind of looks like it's got the Yeti's face from
Nope.
Okay.
You have not commented that.
Yeah, 'cause it kind of looks a little like Yetta.
There we go. I bet if I step off. Thought so. Okay.
Your brain and thought is good and true.
Factory time.
Stop. Oh, Beamos.
Yeah!
Fuck. Beamos time.
Now I got this Skyward. Oh shit.
Well, looks like you've decided.
I have.
Huh. I've never seen Beamos that could be taken down by anything other than a bomb before.
Welcome to Skyward Sword. Got the oof behind them. Glad I did that. Go get some water. Water. It's because it will help you stay awake.
Run for thy life!
You're like, wow.
You made it! I ordained this trip by the power of salami. What? It's good for the heart and for the waistline.
Oh, okay. I feel like that's a Vegas thing. I don't know. That looks casino to me.
Yeah, that marquee. It looks like a marquee scene. Outside the show where I'm playing or something.
Awesome. Hi.
Hi.
This face.
Well, though, then again, I imagine that face that was holding bombs is probably meant more to be like the little robots.
No, it is. It's 1,000,000% robots.
I'm making it rain on them hoes.
Gross.
Huh. That was a disappointing lead.
This Link doesn't jump very good.
Which you think, given that he's in the sky, trying to go skyward, he'd be able to jump a little more fluently.
No, he can fly.
So let him fly right now.
I do not have my bird.
So you can't fly, your bird can fly.
Come here, buddy. Yep. Oh, you're done? Did you hurt me? Okay, Biscuit, for a biscuit. That got me nothing. Cool. Spikes on the floor. Don't fall asleep. Stop it.
No, I do it wrong.
No, don't do it.
Why?
You're the person who reads the comments.
The comments say Flarbernell.
Uh-huh. Because one of our viewers would definitely put those words in that order. stole this from Minish Cap.
Oh, really?
Minish Cap had an item like this. Boop. Stand up. Stand up.
No.
Do a little shake.
No.
You'll fall asleep otherwise.
Oh, new item?
Yeah. Oh my god. I was like, they stole this from Wind Waker, and you're like, really? My guy, stand
But
up.
Wind Waker, you had a... You didn't have a...
Minish Cap, not Wind Waker.
Sorry, I thought you said Wind
No,
Waker.
Minish Cap.
I thought you just said Wind Waker.
Minish.
How is he not falling if he's not puffs up? Oh well, at least you can get the chest.
That's all I care about.
Yabba dabba doo. I just realized Link just got a blue feather.
Yeah.
He can propose to Zelda now.
Wow.
It was ordained in the stars above. Oh shit, those things are face huggers.
Kind of. Ah, there we go. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck you. Rude.
Very rude. Man, bullshit. You can't blow that thing with the air cannon until they die. You know, if you're pushed up against something enough, it should eventually kill you.
No. That's logical.
So, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't realize that those things were piles of sand. And most of the times I'm like, why is there like weird tree stumps coming out of the ground?
Why not?
Because they almost seem to look more like petrified tree stumps than anything.
Fair.
Wait,
What?
I just realized that in this game, they leave the chest icons on the map even after you open them. I mean, yeah, they have the little line to indicate they've been opened, but I'm like, that's more confusing than just taking the...
It helps you remember, though, what you've gotten.
Then again, is there compasses in this game?
No. No. There's maps.
Okay, that's... Alright. It was weird, in Twilight Princess, just in Zant's castle, it's set up so you actually get the map second and the compass first.
Yeah.
That was so strange. I'm used to most of the Zelda dungeons being built so you get the map first, and then the compass is something you can potentially miss.
You're not zapping.
Are you sure it's not zapping? I thought I heard him zapping.
Heal you.
No, I think you killed him.
Yeah. I did.
Why are you threatening me?
Who says I was? You bit me.
No, I bit your shirt.
You bit me.
I bit thine shirt.
You still bit.
Shirticist, you wear bit I. A block puzzle on top of the switch that's not covered in ice.
It was covered in dirt.
Yeah, but dirt doesn't slide.
You can.
Not right now.
Have you not slipped on dirt before?
Yes, I have, but not in this game. Not in Zelda games. Besides, after doing all those ice puzzles in Ocarina, you'd want to... Not Ocarina. Twilight. You'd want to celebrate. You can do a block puzzle without having to worry about that shit.
Oh, I know. Into the sand with you, bitch.
This frog has no meat. This frog is just filled with sand.
Come at me, bitch. Where are you grabbing now? Good. Hi. Go over there. No. Go over there. Thank you.
I live.
Do you?
I don't know. I'm trying to. Wind puzzle, but the fans are magnets. Okay, it's just a solid piece behind that pinwheel. How is it spinning?
Enough with force.
Well, yeah, but how is it designed to spin?
You can move! It was on a wheel. No, it's not. Oh, no, it wasn't. No.
I can see. Oh, I'm fine.
Oh.
You mean this game expects you to remember you can parry with your shield?
Oh, no.
Oh no?
All those rupees.
Fare thee well, rupee poopies. May a flight of Rito sing thee till they rest. There's no like angel equivalents in the Hyrule mythos. You just have. I mean, are they angelic beings?
They're celestial.
I don't know. Just since I always kind of got the impression it's like.
Oh, no.
Never really got what they were actually supposed to be, you know?
A
Besides-
lot of people theorize it's the people who remain in the sky.
Yeah, that's...
So if anything, technically Zelda and I are right now are angels.
Not quite in the same sense that I was trying to compare them to, you know?
Nehru, Dan, and Ferrari.
Ages and seasons. Albeit, their existence raises a whole bunch of other questions about the lore that I know we're never going to get an answer to.
Especially since they were invented by Capcom, so
Yup.
Nintendo don't care.
Abu.
Abu?
I'm trapped in here with Hydra.
Well, kill the Red Skull and escape. How big is this dungeon, you know? Because I don't... Again, only having played the first two, and with them being so puzzle-focused, it has a different precedent for dungeon design, you know?
Yeah. I do not remember the length of any of these dungeons.
I do seem to remember that the dungeons in this game felt longer than the first couple dungeons in many others, you know, at least for the first ones.
I think those things are incredibly short.
Maybe you're right. It was like, I remember the Deku Tree, for example, in Ocarina of Time. It's not actually that big, but it really plays with verticality, something you could not really do in that way before that point.
Yeah.
So it ends up being longer just because of how long it takes to go up and down everything. Well, how long it takes to go up everything. Down, matter of opinion. You know, I really can't think of too many scorpion enemies in a lot of Zelda games, you know? Because, like, there's plenty of, you know, spider-like creatures with, like, Goma and whatnot.
Right.
And like I said, I think those are probably still called Gomas since they're since scorpions are arachnids, but... can you hit that pile of dirt through the bars with the wings
Oh.
and possibly reveal...
Oh, you're right.
Shoots?
Thank you. Then we'll get out.
It is nice being able to shoot through the bars, because I know, like, in Ocarina, you couldn't shoot through the bars, because it was basically considered...
It's a wall. It
Yeah.
was just a texture, yeah.
Yep.
I wanna
Maybe if you beat that thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're supposed to beat it or whatever.
Friggin' Armos.
I don't know. Whoop!
Yay!
Yay, we did it! Nothing can stop us now! We are and always forever shall be the Chaos Counseling. It had to rhyme.
Give me some goldfish.
So we're not chaos counseling, we're chaos counseling. Wow.
So there's the size of the dungeon.
You just barely got the map?
Yeah.
That's weird. It's always strange to me when you don't get the map within like the first 4 rooms, you know?
Yeah, this was like room 5. Again, these dungeons are small. But that's because everything leading up to the dungeon is also just a part of the dungeon.
Right. And I think that's something I didn't really like when we were playing Blossom Tale. It felt like, haven't we already done this dungeon? But it was like a lead up to the dungeon with its own boss fight. But then you didn't get like a piece of art with that boss fight.
Yeah. It's like, I like the Skyward Sword way of doing it because we do get items even in the lead up to the dungeon, and sometimes we get something in there, or if not, there's at least a piece of hardware or goddess chest to beat this. Nope. You need bug. Go. Maybe there's a box. Nope. There's the box. Hold on. Reset.
Your wisdom was an error.
I have no idea if this will make it back in time, but that's okay. I could have just thrown the bomb. My own bomb. I was trying to do. Bomb. I'm not supposed to go that far.
Yeah, I mean, the definition of bombs is that they're dead on arrival. Oh, you got it.
Yep. Oh, that's a bad idea. Okay. There's something I'm missing. What am I missing?
A great big bushy beard.
Sure. Nope, I just gotta try to run it, I guess.
And the bass keeps running, and running, and running.
That doesn't feel right. I don't know. Here we go. I'm not gonna make it.
And no one ate dinner that night.
My blower won't reach that far. Just hoping to way back. Oh, to herpaderp. There we go.
Oh, there's a pathway?
Yeah, the dungeon map shows it.
Herp a derp indeed.
Oh. I got off it. I gotta put markers.
There you go.
Thanks, Ass. So helpful. Oh, I don't have markers for in dungeons. Rude.
Sucks to be me.
Very much
Sucks
so.
to be me.
Chest.
Yeah.
What's the difference between Tai Chi and Chai Tea?
Is this gonna be racist?
No, it was, it's not a real joke in a sense. I got it from a Not Always Right story of this woman. She was trying to order a chai tea, but kept calling it a Tai Chi. And then eventually she's like, well, I don't see why you have to be so picky. What's the difference between what I'm saying and what you're saying anyway? And they basically are like,
Everything.
you're ordering a beverage. What I'm saying is a beverage. What you're saying is a can of whoop ass. Which I'm like, that's sort of true. I mean, Tai Chi's not exactly a combat martial arts, you know? Tai Chi is more, at least to my understanding, Tai Chi is more of an exercise on a way of centering yourself.
Yeah. That's my understanding.
It's like,
No, bye.
It's like you do Tai Chi to get your body fit to do other things, you know? Or just to stay fit. And if anyone out who's watching practices Tai Chi and I'm just full of shit, call me out. I appreciate it.
You are in my... You're also in my...
You're in my way. You're in my way.
Oh, Link, go. Very sand temple of shit, what is it called?
Spirit Temple?
Yeah, Spirit Temple vibes
Yeah.
with the music.
Yeah, definitely.
What? Fuck.
I've never actually seen a Zelda game have one of these crawl spaces be an actual maze.
Wind Waker.
That's true. I just don't remember. There was only one that was
Under
a
the
maze.
Oasis and the jail cell. Or under your house that you are. It's like the resort you can get.
Mm-hmm.
And then the jail cell.
That's cool.
Don't mind me just sweeping. I heard you haven't been cleaning your temple in a while.
Yeah, but just doing it like that doesn't make it magical damage.
It does though, see? I am the cleaner, you are not.
I'm gonna-
Who has the super vacuum?
I want to report you to HR. You're ignoring the laws of physics.
No, sir.
HR, the person with control, is ignoring the laws of physics.
Oh no. It's almost like they can do whatever they want. I don't have those bottles, so hello. Oh my god. Oh, it's too much under the dirt, maybe. There it goes.
Maybe.
There we go. Let's keep going then.
How close are we to the boss room? Because, I don't know, just finding stuff buried in the sand that we use, this feels almost like pre-boss refill, if you know what I mean.
I don't know.
Well, then again, I doubt... Pre-boss base room anyway. Whee!
Sir, fuck off. I'm cleaning. Sir? Sir.
Yeah, but they don't care about that.
Sir? not my cleaning fee. That is just a tip.
Oh yeah, how much?
$1,000. Just because all this dirt is pretty baked in.
Makes sense.
They really let this place go. They expect me to clean this in under an hour?
No.
Making sure there's no more chests.
Fuck off.
Don't do it. Don't fall asleep. Stop it. Luke's so sleepy.
Hope he's gone, guys. I can't even see the cat now. Oh, he's awake. He's here. He lives.
That looked like a slime with a bow tie.
Yes. Exactly. Oh, you're already down. Okay. Alright, sir. Hello? Hello? Oh, minecart. Oh, with... Excuse me.
You're excused.
Oh, we're going. Here, we're going. Okay, we're going. That's barbed. I don't know where we're going, man. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to kill you. I was hopeful.
Nothing wrong with that.
Why do you not like that? That was weird. Now, sir, you are entering my cart strength.
What are you accomplishing? I'm confused.
We're, I don't know. We're moving time for something. The cart's moving on its own, so I just gotta go with it. Oh!
Oh my.
Ah, and then I can make the cart go back. Okay. For now, we're doing this. this will probably happen.
I'm so sorry.
No. Yep, don't type my cart. Awesome. Keep going. Clean it up, Link. Thank you. Onward we go. Where we're going? No fucking idea. That's a way. For a while. Oh no, it's not. But I will kill this Yay. There we go. Now turn you off.
Get out of here. We don't want none of that negativity on.
And now we turn you back. Let's go. I have a door to go through. Let's go, minecart. Come on, minecart. Come on, minecart.
Minecart. Where's the minecart?
Behind me.
Oh. So it's forming right, because it's the time doohickey.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Oh no, the ladder broke.
Shame.
Sadness. Fuck that. And the rest of you? Fuck off. Oh, gang, Luke's officially asleep.
Am I?
Yeah, you are. You keep going out and in.
Do you know how much longer we have in the dungeon? 'Cause
I
know
do not.
I know we don't want... We need to be wrapping up in an hour at the latest.
I think we'll be okay.
Okay, sounds good. Was
I think it was 3.
has to put 3.
So I'll be trying to wrap it up here at least in half an hour.
Oh yes, it is. It's 3. Mm-hmm.
But where's my time, Crystal? That's what I need. Oh. For 3.
Did you get it?
For 3. Oh. For 3. boss key.
Huzzah. You know, it's great that you got a wheel and all, that you can move around and make your own life decisions, but if you're still that easy to sneak up on, what's the point? At least before you had wheels, you had a firm foundation to base yourself upon.
Did not 4-3 that. 2-3. I assume that 23 is number 1. Oh my god, are you a callback? Yep, 23 is number 1. Got it. I'm not even making comments because he's asleep. Yes, I am.
Connecting what we're standing on. Oh, never mind. So it looked like at that angle, like we were pushing that, like, I don't know, like there was one on the wall that was connected to it somehow, you know? Have to hit them in order, or do we have to somehow hit them all in rapid succession?
Not rapid succession. We haven't.
What's the
23 is number 1.
87 all the way. Isn't this the same number that we had to punish the Decker Scrubs with?
Yes. Which is, I made the joke earlier when they gave me the solution over there, and you were dead asleep.
It's not my fault I'm going off in capable of 7 hours of sleep over the last 2 days. Actually, less than that, because I think I may have only gotten 2 or 3 hours of sleep Friday to Saturday.
One at a time.
Kind of get both of the things in one go, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I might be able to. But no, because the other one sticks its tongue out to prevent it.
Oh, okay. We got the force motion control.
Hooray! Okay, so that's
Honestly, I don't necessarily mind. The entire mission statement of Skyward Sword is, let's make a game that fully uses the motion controls. So
I mean, that was Breath of the Wild with gyroscopes too, a little bit.
A little bit. We hate it so much on handheld mode. And impossible to play with a pro controller.
What?
Well, at least like the wired pro controller.
Yeah.
That one doesn't have a gyroscope in it. That's why it's cheap.
Yep.
So, but point is, I'm like, it's not strictly the funnest thing in the world, but I at least can give this game credit that it picked its gimmick and it just went for it wholesale, you know?
Yeah.
Because sometimes it can be even more frustrating if a gimmick is just half-hearted, you know? It's like, what was even the point?
Get over here quick. Alright, boss time. It's time. That was easy. I don't remember this boss.
I never met this boss.
Good. Time to find out. Aw. Back into the past. Or into the future. Oh my god.
Okay, what do you got for us? Molduga?
Tremors.
Yeah, Molduga's basically right at Tremors. Oh!
Goma!
Scorpion! I got my wish. I mean, I know we kind of already got
Moldarok.
So this is Goma meets Bongo Bongo.
I just took away its...
Yeah, it's like scorpions, they need...
Not allowed. I am the cleaning lady. Fuck you. Oh,
I'm
ow.
not gonna lie, especially after fighting the lion and like Final Fantasy Chronicles, it's kind of fun being able to just pull the sand away and say no, none of that.
I am. Thank you, Charger.
We have
I have a fairy. Yeah, I have a fairy. Yep. Just...
fucking off is not in the car. I mean, I suppose we also break pops apart.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get pulled back by, cracking out the pot.
Charge. Link.
Link, my man.
It's okay. Got a fairy.
And no one.
Yay! That's fun.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Explode.
Not so much the motion controls per se.
No, I've
but
never liked motion controls.
the design.
Going somewhere.
This kind of reminds me of when all the sand pours out in Twilight,
Yeah.
Again, actually knowing a bit more about physics, like, yeah, that wouldn't just smoothly pour out and you'd be fine. You'd be like, crap, grab something before it pulls you under and, grinds you to smithereens,
Yoda, I'm here to Mwah.
Okay, so yeah, there was no Triforce, there's no Triforce symbol there. Oh, I see it.
Yep.
Buggy go.
You can also tell, like, okay, this is going to be the biggest showcase of our motion control, so we need to make sure we use the beetle as much as humanly possible.
Yeah. It's a good item. If a little rinky dinky. Look at all them saluting soldiers.
Huzzah.
They're probably the same technology as the Sheikah slates, so these are probably Sheikah made.
Probably. Although I do find it funny that the Sheikah went from being like...
Actually, the blue stone of the time thingies,
Yeah.
same stone as in Breath of the Wild, or at least same coloration.
I do find it funny that the Sheikah went from like the secretive ninja operatives, of the royal family to, oh yeah, they're basically like Atlanteans in terms of building advanced technology in fantasy times.
Kind of fun.
I don't outright have a problem with it. I'm just also slightly amused by it. Okay, so yeah, there's the... But no, that's the symbol we've been seeing outside the temple this whole time.
I can go back and double check
Mm-hmm.
other temples later.
Also kind of funny.
She's singing.
Yep, I heard.
Oh my gosh!
You just had to ruin our chance to see each other.
Link, just go through the fire. Or whatever it is. It's fine.
assuming Girahin gets Zelda, and that's what causes the shift in character, if you know what I mean.
They'll find out, I guess. Your brace, quickly, to the gate!
Senpai!
Senpai here, you'll need this where you're going!
I swear to God, if you get captured...
Hey, it's like that one time in the future where you leave me the ocarina. This is not the time to be smiling like a dork. Go, now!
No, you realize that was technically not us. It was like reincarnations. Different people. And now you get captured.
Nah, I gotta be a hero for today. Senpai. Ooh, what do you want to say?
Am I late? Would, on the one hand, is kind of a sassy, rude callback to what she said was last time. But at the same time, I don't know if I want to be that much of an asshole.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna say, just protect Zelda. You already are saying I can't, so just...
I will. You have my thanks, Senpai.
Yeah, you better fucking thank me.
Senpai,
Just go through.
you must go now. Return to the old woman at the sealed grounds. Tell her what happened here. She will know where you must go. And know that we will.
I'll see you again! This is a goodbye, Senpai!
Just stay in the game.
I promise!
Just stay in the game, Zelda. Now you've done it. I blame myself. I should have reprimanded you the last time we met, but instead I was soft. I'll take pleasure in punishing you, but I've got no time for that. Next time I'll do more than just beat you senseless. I'll make the affair so excruciating, and you'll deafen yourself with the... Yeah.
Your screams, yeah.
Yep. That! Goodbye! Just read the 14-foot... just read the...
Aw. She pulled a minna on us.
I fucking hate you. Not only am I traumatized by that, but so is Edgelord. I report, Master. I can no longer detect Zelda's aura. Also, I decided not to be Southern for that line.
It's okay, Fi. It's whatever.
The moment the gate was destroyed, Zelda's presence disappeared from my readings. You can no longer search for her with your dowsing ability. Zelda's companion instructed you to meet with the Ancient One in the Sealed Grounds. This corresponds with the records in my memory. I propose that we travel to the Sealed Temple.
I'm not going to.
I'm not going.
I'm gonna go back to the sky in a minute, but
I'm
it's
not going.
gonna be another time. But when I get to the save station.
I'm not going.
I know you're not. Calm down.
I cannot believe it's gonna be like 9 years since Custom Robo
You
next
need
year.
to not talk about that. How long it's been? It hurt.
Yeah. Me. Like, shit. Like, two of our closest friends that we've been spending time with lately.
Oh, hi, bud. How did you enjoy the show? I'm gonna go talk to him actually first.
They were only like 12 years old when we made that video. Yeah, a lot of Abby's coworkers that we've become good friends with, they're significantly younger than us.
What? You made it inside? You mean to say there is a secret passage I did not know about? Why did you not tell me, bud? I was just about to give up and go home when I heard this huge crash. You didn't see him, dude? I rushed back to find that the way had been cleared. I am going to explore inside. I have to go back to the sealed grounds soon, so it looks like I'm going to be busy. Okay.
Can I just say I do like the tattoo or just the general design on the Goron.
Oh, how they've got added tattoos on since Twilight.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It's kind of nice to see, you know, a more classic Goron design, but with the details from Twilight, you know?
Yeah.
Well, sorry about being so butt-fuck tired that I missed a good, chunks of the dungeon, but at least I got to see that boss fight. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's a link if you want to join the Discord, there's a link in the description. I would recommend joining that because we do most of our posts or if people have questions about the channel, that is the best way to ask us. There's also a link to our Twitter. Yeah, at the time of this video, you've got 1 week to partake in the last polls for Edgelord's, what's it called? Baldur's Gate 3 stream. So, yeah, we'll be back next weekend, hopefully.
Yep.
So we're not sure when, but we'll see you then.
Bye. Guys.